At the center of nuclear talks between Washington and Tehran sits a single defining question. What happens to Iran's stockpile of highly enriched uranium? The United States wants it gone. Iran insists it has the right to keep enriching. With roughly 440 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60%, enough to potentially fuel several nuclear weapons if further processed, the stakes could hardly be higher. Uranium, as it comes out of the ground, is a mixture of isotopes. The one that matters the most is uranium-235, the isotope that breaks apart easily enough to sustain a chain reaction. In natural ore, it makes up just 0.7% of the total. Enrichment is the process of increasing that concentration. For civilian reactors, you need 3 to 5%. A nuclear weapon requires around 90. Iran is enriching to 60, well above any civilian requirement and uncomfortably close to weapons grade.
For a nuclear weapon, we're talking about closer to 90% uranium-235. And there are sort of applications in between that. So for instance, Iran's research reactor takes nuclear fuel that's enriched to about 20% uranium-235. Medical isotopes kind of take other percentages of uranium-235, but that's what enrichment is basically increasing the percentage of uranium-235, the fissile isotope that can sustain a chain reaction within the uranium.
Iran has been enriching using centrifuges, tubes that spin at extraordinary speeds, linked together in cascades, gradually separating the useful isotope from the rest. The 2015 nuclear deal was designed to cap that capability. Since the US withdrew, Iran has dismantled those restrictions, and international inspectors have lost significant access to monitor what is happening inside its facilities. If a deal is struck, removing the material is another challenge entirely. Highly enriched uranium cannot simply be loaded onto a truck. It requires specialized, smaller containers because concentrating too much in one place risks an uncontrolled criticality event. Everything must be sealed, padded, and transported by vehicles built for the purpose in a country that has just been struck by military action.
So in practice, it would be quite a complicated operation that would take at least days, if not longer. I mean, first they'd have to figure out where that uranium actually is because we're not 100% sure where the material is or what state it's in, frankly. Then they would have to secure that material. Again, depending on what state it's in, they'd have to move it into some kind of containers that would be safe for transport of that uranium out of Iran. Again, they might have to transport it by land. They might try to airlift it, but you're doing this in a war zone. So an already complicated operation would become quite dangerous.
President Trump has said the United States would take possession of the material. Iran has not agreed. The technical challenge alone is enormous before you even factor in the politics.